Hello, welcome. My name is Sarah from Free Your English. Welcome to another Words on Wednesday, where we go through words or phrases, or in this case, idioms. Today, we're going to take a very brief look at three idioms connected to nature, and they are tip of the iceberg, a thorn in one side, and a force of nature. I'll go through the definitions and the context in which you can use them. If you'd like more information on these three idioms in particular, you also can check out episode 4 of the Free Your English podcast, and I'll leave a link in the description for you to do that. As always, I really recommend that you practice by putting an example sentence in the comments, and I'll give you feedback and encouragement if you do. Okay, let's jump right in. Okay, here we are in the vocabulary material for this month. I'm just going to scroll down and we are going to look at those three idioms. So the first one is the tip of the iceberg. If we look at an iceberg, the tip of anything is the sharp, highest pointed part. That's the tip here. So if we look at the tip of the iceberg, we can see that the majority of the iceberg is below the water, is hidden. So we often use icebergs to compare situations where what you can see is only just part of it. For example, the destruction of the Amazon rainforest is just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to global environmental issues. So what do you think that might mean? Thinking about the iceberg and the fact that the tip seems really large, but it's not actually, because most of the iceberg is hidden underneath. You would be correct if you thought that it's exactly that most of the problem is hidden underneath. So the tip of the iceberg means a small or visible part of a larger problem or situation. Another example, you might say, oh my goodness, this person is late to work every day, and that's not ideal, but it's just the tip of the iceberg because she also was late with her deadlines and was late to start a project. So being late is actually just the tip of the iceberg. So it's saying that there are more problems that might, at first glance, not be immediately apparent, might not be obvious. Okay, so the tip of the iceberg, you want to remember that iceberg visual and think about how even though the iceberg looks big, it's actually far bigger underneath. There's hidden problems there. Okay, a thorn in one side. Well, it's really important to know what a thorn is. It is this sharp, spiky part of a stem of a flower, especially roses. They have a lot of thorns. So this one, you can probably imagine if you had a thorn, this sharp, spiky thing in your side, that would not be too comfortable. Here's an example sentence. The destruction of the Amazon rainforest is a thorn in the side of environmentalists. So what do you think it means to have a thorn in one side? It's something that is not nice, a persistent problem or annoyance. So for example, oh my gosh, the fact that she is late is a thorn in my side. So it could be in your side, could be in someone else's side, could even be for an institution, a thorn in the side of the sports club was that they couldn't get floodlights, for example. Okay, let's move on to the last one, a force of nature. She is a force of nature, always pushing herself to be the best and achieving great things. I'll give you another example. Wow, she's so confident and extroverted and good at connecting with people. Everyone is just absolutely blown away by how friendly she is. She is a force of nature at work. So force of nature means something that is powerful and unstoppable. And it could literally be, a force of nature like a tornado or, a flood. But when we talk about people and personalities, we mean someone who is very powerful, who makes a big impact, And usually this is quite positive. If you say that someone is a force of nature, it means they get things done, they really influence people, they have a high level of energy. So in the example here, she's a force of nature, always pushing herself to be the best and achieving great things, but also having an impact on other people. So you might say, wow, I don't know how you get everything done. You're a force of nature, really impressive and impactful. Okay, I would love if you would practice in the comments. See if you can use these idioms in a sentence. And as I mentioned, don't forget to check out the podcast where we go into them and look at them in a little bit more detail. Thanks for watching this WOW, and I hope to see you on the next one for another word.